I'm back to show you another super simple van build idea. This time we're talking about air conditioners on power banks. So we opted for, I'm going to turn you around so you can see what I'm working with. We opted for the Outequipro unit from the Outequip company. There are several things that I really like about this AC. It's 12 volt DC power. It's very, very low profile, so it actually is shorter than my kayak racks on the roof of the van. Very stealthy for an AC unit. One of the issues that I had with it when I first got it was trying to figure out how to make it run off of the Ecoflow. I have a Delta 2 Max that I'm using for my power bank, and I wanted to be able to run my AC off of that if and when I'm ready to go boondocking. And this simply won't do it because the AC kicks on with about 58 amps, I believe, of power. That's the surge that it kicks on with, which is substantially smaller than most traditional ACs for RVs and vans. And the reason that it's significantly smaller amperage is that this has a built-in soft start, which means instead of the huge jolt and surge of electricity up front to get the unit going, it has a gradual sort of smooth transition up into the power range it needs to be in. So it kicks on with 58 amps of power. Unfortunately, the Ecoflow Delta 2 Max DC ports, they cap out at like 10 amps. So there's like 48 amp discrepancy there. So I emailed the company, 5 stars for their customer service. They stayed on emailing back and forth with me, helping me troubleshoot, helping me brainstorm to come up with a solution. And what they recommended was this guy. I'm going to turn you around so you can see. This is the power bank, or this is the power transformer converter, my bad. So this converts the AC power from the back of the Ecoflow into DC power, and this is the ends of the unit for the end of the cord for the air conditioning unit. So it plugs directly into the back of the Ecoflow, and we have power. So I'm going to turn on the Ecoflow display so you can see. We're sitting at 91 hours till we die, till the battery dies. And now I'm going to show you, this is the remote control for the air conditioning unit. I'm going to kick this on. That's on heat mode. You see the little sun. So I'm going to change it to AC. The beep is really loud. That is my only complaint about this unit. So it's 22 Celsius, 69 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm going to bump this down until it decides to kick on. So we're at 62 degrees. It's really chilly outside today, so I kick it way down. But you can see the display on the Ecoflow is going down, down, down. That's how many that's how many hours we have to run at this current rate on that power system. So you heard it kick on. We're hearing a lot of wind noise from the air conditioner, but not much motor noise. It's a really soft hum, really low noise. So we could run about 3 hours on this. I'm going to force it into fan mode just because I don't want to have to wait. Don't want you to have to wait. So we'll kick it to fan. And that's another thing that's really great about this. It's kind of a 3-in-1. So it's an AC unit. It's also a heater with a built-in heat strip. And then when the air compressor kicks off, you're just running on fan mode. When the AC is on and the compressor has gotten it cooled down to your desired temperature, and then the compressor kicks off, you're left on fan mode. And we could run 21 hours on fan mode, it says. So there's the display back on. Oh, 46 hours on fan mode, it says. So that's pretty impressive. Now let's check out heat. And I'm going to push the temperature. It's at 62 now, so put it up to 73 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 23 Celsius. And you can see that really takes a lot out of the power bank. And the Ecoflow says we have 3 hours at 85% until the battery's gonna die if we're running at this speed. So again, you know, once the heat gets to desired temperature, the heat strip would kick off and we'd be on fan mode, so that temperature is going to vary. So it doesn't look like we could live overnight with we couldn't run all night long with the heater on just the power bank. We could probably run the AC all night, I think, from the math I've done, and then recharge the Ecoflow in the morning. We have portable solar panels we opted for because I didn't want to take up that much space on the rooftop. I've got so much going on up there. And also I wanted to be able to park in the shade while still charging my Ecoflow. So the alternative is, if you're not boondocking, if you're running at an RV park or you're parked outside of where you have a power source of some sort, you can simply run off of, that is a 15 amp inlet, marine inlet, shore power, and this will plug directly into that as well. So you could run 15 amps. You would have about 7-8 amps left over. The Ecoflow needs more than that to charge, but for us, you can tell the Ecoflow to charge at 400 watts or less. So you can tell it to basically throttle it back and slow charge. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna tell the Ecoflow, when we're plugged into power, the AC will take the majority of the power. What's left over will go to charging the Ecoflow back up so that we can be using that for cooking, for charging phones, tablets, laptops, all of that good stuff. So I hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned, because here pretty soon we're going to be putting out another video on the other half of the kitchen build. We did the super simple sink, and next we're going to be showing you how we installed that in the van and hooked everything up. So stay tuned for that. But if you enjoyed this, give us a like, give us a follow, and we hope to see you stick around. It's been really great and we're really enjoying this. I hope you're having as much fun as we are. Thanks.